Okay, so let's try this again. My computer shut down for some weird reason. The sound shut off, and then OBS Studio turned off, and then whatever. So if you're looking at my old stream, then this is the new one. Let's start over. Anyways, my name is Josh. This is Inkology. This is a fun channel of artists just doing artsy things. And if you like that kind of stuff, hey, welcome. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It's very fun. We have a Discord where a lot of beginner artists and intermediate and even professional are together just talking and sharing ideas, and really productive, non-toxic area to be. If you want to support me on Patreon, I have a Patreon as well. Hey, Randy, welcome. I lost 2 other guys and then got you. Well worth it. Man, I have to do the whole comic book thing again. Let's just skip the comic book thing and go straight to drawing the comic. Yeah, my last little stream just died on me, but whoops, All right, I've got 45 minutes to do this. I'm gonna try my best. So I have here where the demon is like, you got the cow still moving over here. Hey, John, welcome back. Hopefully this time it doesn't shut off. And the good news is that the horn stopped. That's probably why it turned off. It was like there's a horn in the background. I'm not gonna allow you to put out a crappy live stream, and it turned itself off. Could be what it is. So I have him. He had slashed the face of the kid's helmet. You can see the kid right here crawling to get his helmet right here. The rest of it. I try to get away from this demon, and the demon, then he turns around and blasts, and then I'm gonna put like the demon being shredded right here. I don't know. I have to figure out how I'm gonna do that, because I have him shooting upwards like this, and then I need the demon. Maybe I'll do like a panel might help me out a little bit. This like scene moves so quickly. That's all good. Hey, Chuck Lee, welcome. Welcome. Yeah, that's probably what happened, John. But we don't know. So we have these pieces here. I can kind of put some wires and stuff hanging out. It doesn't really matter right now. Let me zoom in for you guys. There we go. Frozzy? Yeah, the alarm was going off. My computer was having some chaos with it, and then it shut down the stream altogether. So I had to delete that old stream. Chuck, you want me to teach how to do comic pages? Well, I suppose, yeah, if you're in the Discord, we kind of are going through that right now. Tomorrow's the last day for all of us to submit our comic book pages. But I could definitely teach it. I would want to make it a full video, though, like an actual postable video. I'll do that. That's a good content. I don't know. I'm so lazy these days because I've been working. Let me write that down real quick to make a video on panels. But I'm not a comic book artist, just to let you know. Panels video. Sorry, I'm typing it out. Sorry. Okay. I'm not a professional one, at least. I'm just having fun. John, you're not old? Who said you were old? Frozzy, you can't finish the comic this much? No. That's all right. I put on the Discord that you have another month to kind of reel it out, but I want to see what you do have tomorrow. Whatever you do have, put it out there because I'm not gonna finish mine either. I'm just doing the inking or the base inking. It's not the full inking. You know that my style is a little bit more detailed, so then all these other pages like I went through earlier, the last president, which looks great, I must say. Really, I like that president thing. Let's go through the pages real quick, just so you guys know where I'm at. So we got this here. Page 1. They capture the cow. The kid notices it and freaks out, right? Nope. Page 2. Kid's crying. Dad's like, go get your cow back. He's like, oh my God, no. And then he puts on his Iron Man glove kind of thing and starts going at it, hammering, and then, you know, welding. You're gonna buy a new tablet tomorrow? Nice, Frozzy. Oh, I am the put silly faces, yeah. And then you see the bad guys that are about to do some kind of ritual with this thing. They got it tied down, and he's like, I'm on the trail. Okay, 3rd page. Some kind of demon in a cage, and there, like, you kind of connect the dots that this demon and this cow have some kind of connection. He's like, go check the door. Boom, baby, boom. Ah! And then this guy's, oh, you know, whatever. And he's like, hey, got milk. In his cool outfit suit that he built. So you know it's the kid. Page 4. The bad guy's like, I'll release the demon. You can, you know, whatever. Cool language. But he doesn't realize the demon's about to eat him first or throw him against the wall and splatter. And then the kid's like blasting away, trying to attack this demon. But the demon dodges it. He's up in the air, and then he's about to grab the face of or slash at the kid. And then we're on final page 5. Yeah, and that's where we're at right now. I gotta finish this by tonight or tomorrow. Oh, thank you, appreciate that. The Ink Pirate. I can draw okay. It looks like fun, but I don't know the rules of drawing comics, and I don't know how to start. Well, you know, we can go through a video like that, or you can join our Discord and we can talk about it. That's probably easier because our Discord is kind of like we're always chatting and trying to help each other. But I should make a video on how to create a comic. Yeah, that's roughly, yeah. Okay. So when creating a page, what you're thinking, let's go through the basics then right now. Right now I have page 5 and I have to tell, this is the final page I have to use. So I don't have much space, right? I got to tell all this story in here. So how do I end the story? Well, I do know that I want to show him, I want to go back to the very beginning page, right? The first page you see, there's this sunset thing with the cows, right? And they're in the field. And this kind of gives, I'll probably do another bubble here, kind of explaining the story, or maybe put the title there or whatever. And then this scene kind of gives you an idea that you're in India, because once it's colored, it'll be like an India color, like a sunset, and you kind of get this. Hopefully, the colors will bring out the India vibes. Yeah, basically, hero sad, gets mad, fights bad, and wins rad. But yeah, so I'm going to end with the same beginning scene, and this is what you do in kind of filmmaking and in books and stuff like that. You'll start with the main addressing topic or setup, and then it'll end with that same setup and topic, but resolved. It's all resolved, right? A lot of your films will do that, and a lot of books will do that too. You kind of come back to the beginning to kind of tie everything together. So here, I have the demon still fighting him. Like, the demon hasn't been killed yet, but in the center section, like, you already feel like, oh no, the kid didn't just come in and blast the demon away and win. He might get killed right here. He might get tore up. But then there's another blast. He's been hiding his other arm. Comes around, blasts them away. And then here I'm going to put the demon being shredded apart by the blast. Okay? And then possibly, if I have room, I could put another panel here to kind of explain the kid, like maybe untying the cow or doing something about like finishing it off and making sure the demon is fully dead. And then the final scene will be the sunset again, right? Or maybe the sunrise. And So you would have the kid walking his cow home, right? And then his dad waiting by the house. That's it. So I had to put all of that information on here and make it feel somewhat fun. Now, a normal comic book, you're not going to go that far as into compiling all that information in there. You're going to take longer steps to design it better. But part of designing a paneled page is trying to get the information on there to be addressed to the viewer and not talk too much. You don't want to be writing everything. You want to be showing. So in here, I'm showing the closeness of the monster and the fear of the kid, and then the kid reaching for this thing, right? And you got this like, oh, there's a struggle. So this is struggle. This is revenge, kind of secret, and then the blast and the attack, and then you have resolution. Because there's nothing after that you need to be talking about other than going, you know, he won. He did it. He got his. Both guys are dead. He got his cow back. It's time to go home, right? But in normal comic book, you would have scenes where people are talking, setting up where the location is, and doing a lot slower paced, you know. But I'm moving hella fast. Sorry for my language. So let's move fast now and draw. Okay, so for the demon, let's go ahead and just kind of shade him in. I kind of rough sketched him. So how are y'all doing today, guys? Sorry, that took way too long for the intro of all that. And I probably wasted. I did waste so much time. Wish I didn't have to go to work today. Monsterpalooza is happening this weekend. I'm gonna try my best to go to Monsterpalooza. It's this like really cool like monster convention kind of thing. They have a lot of, you know, creepy, you know, almost death-like kind of stuff there. It's really cool. I've never been, but I love horror films. Like horror films to me are my golden joy, my little. I'll watch pretty much any horror film, unless it's really terribly made, and then I'm like, you guys can do better. But I haven't seen a good horror film in a while, so kind of ran out of ideas, I think. But monsters are the best, are they not? Like, they can look pretty cool. You could put him next to a fire or walking away from a fire. Ooh, you know what? That's a good idea. I could have the building that he went into on fire, right? And maybe if I get later time, I can put like another page 6, like the back. We can have like the demon, like kind of you just see the demon's hand come out of the ashes. So he's not really dead yet, but you think he's dead, you know. And then it turns into a whole new comic book. No, thank you. I appreciate it. I didn't really design him very well. I should have. He doesn't really look Indian. He kind of looks more Asian ish. I need to work on that. But thank you. I much appreciate it. I'll be going through all the different faces. Well, I think I found the face that I want for my assassin character for Ehud. I think he's going to be kind of cool, but I'm stuck in a situation. You know, historically, I could go. I could do biblical, old school antiquity. You know, actual realistic style of what they wore back in those days of the Judges, Book of Judges, right? But honestly, they're a tribe, and they wear very bland clothing. It's just like a tunic, you know, and there's not really much to their outfits. Unlike the Greeks or other civilizations, you know, they have much more design to them. Yeah, cliffhanger would be cool. But I don't know if I want to go futuristic. I thought about doing a futuristic route, like having my assassin, even though it's a biblical story, kind of move it into the future so I can play with outfits. I can address them differently. I can really like build out a whole version of that differently. So I may go that route. And then if it catches on, I'll go historical and accurate. But that just takes so much more work, to get all historically accurate. Oh, here's a thing that I do sometimes. Once I've drawn the character's outline a little bit, rough sketched it, right? I'll go in and just start doing the shadows right away. Like, for example, like his chest probably has a normal human chest a little bit. But then I'll start drawing in these like kind of outlines and stuff to kind of simplify him down. And also know where I could just start drawing a lot more shadow work. And then, you can put a little white space there. And just come in here and just start shading this in just so you know where the shadows are at. This just helps me keep my mind focused on how the character should be positioned in light. Also, it reminds me where the light source is at all times. It's coming from over here for some reason. The cool thing about comic books and panels and just drawing your page is that you can really be imaginative with it, and people's imaginations will usually travel with you. If you're breaking too many rules at once, then yeah, you could face with somebody's like going, "Oh, I don't understand what this page is doing." But for the most part, you can do it. Yeah, it could be. I mean, if I detail this with the Indian accents on everything, with all the little scripture things, scripts, and the Hindu language or Hindi, it might look kind of cool, kind of like steampunkish, and that'd be kind of dope, right? I like the steampunk stuff. I did. You know what's funny is I did a steampunk cowboy for one of my drawings last year. He came out pretty cool. I liked him. Not too many people liked him on Instagram, but Instagram sucks anyways. I don't understand Instagram's algorithm. Okay, so come in here and make this creature absurdly bulky, strong. Always remember that the biceps will stretch out if the arm is stretched out, that you don't want to do big biceps very much. I see that in a lot of artists. They'll continue to draw the bicep kind of rounded, like it's being tensed up like a superhero. But once their arms are always stretched out, the bicep will always stretch with it. So that's something to always remember when drawing arms. You know what? I don't know why I put his hand like that. Let's go ahead and even have his fingers coming out into the next panel. That's kind of cool. I like that. Happy accident right there. But Chuck Lee, you mentioned wanting to do panels or a comic book page or whatever. Right? So you don't know the rules of how to draw comic books. Do you have an idea in your head what you want to draw? Like at least a character base, or maybe the storyline. Is there anything that you're working with in your mind that something to start off with, or you just know that you want to create one? I mean, it's totally cool because most people don't have an idea what they just know they want to be able to do comics and stuff like that. But uh, you know, you got to start somewhere, right? That's why this comic book challenge is a really fun little test of my own skills, is to see if I can do it. And so, Frozzy, if you like the futuristic Bible idea, then maybe I'll do it. You know what? Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe that'll be more catchy for the public. Yeah, because kept on trying to figure out a way to draw the historical outfits looking cool, but they just don't. They just look like rags on people, and I'm like, that's not fun. And if I begin to like draw it with like a lot more elaborate clothing that's like more ancient and elaborate, that's still fantasy like, and so in which I would be left with technically not being accurate in history to what they wore, and then I would might as well have just done it in, future. Oh, well, Chuck, then you know what? You've come to the right place. This is where all your dreams shall come true. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get you to drawing and putting your imagination and characters out there, so that way you can start telling these stories that are locked away in that imagination of yours. First step, though, you've got to solidify the story. The story is most important because you can have terrible drawings and a really good story and do well. But if you have really good drawings but no story, it'll flop every time. Like, people won't work with it. Beautiful art is meant for like standstill, like paintings and stuff like that. That's why you go see one painting at a time. But if you're doing a comic book, you're going to have a story behind it that just rocks. That's why the writers they get paid pretty good too, because they're putting out there an idea that translates really well. So you got to get an idea of what ancient people did have crazy hair, Frozzy. That's true. It's one thing that they did have. But, so if you want to do a comic book and bring these characters to life, you can either start with a cool character and build a story around him, right? Which is what we did, right? With this comic book challenge. Well, no, the comic book challenge is more like a prompt. We had to choose India to be the location. It had to be a character, had to be a cowboy. I took it literally, in a sense. And then the event that had to happen in this comic book was an ominous ritual of some sort. Well, you don't have to be a writer. I'm not a writer either, Chuck. Honestly, I'm probably the worst writer. But the cool thing is, if you like mangas or comic books at all, you can take some of their ideas and run with it, right? Just reimagine it in your own fanciful way. And it's not stealing, as long as you don't copy the characters' names in the same exact story. But stories are all replicated anyways. Like, every movie is based off of, the hero and this and that. So you don't have to be super particular with the story. It just can't be really, really basic. You know what I mean? Like, guy falls in love with girl gets kidnapped. Well, I mean, you can do that, but you need to tell it your way. TF, welcome. And also, there's a lot of communities that have a lot of stories that they write, and you can be the artist for them. They're always looking for artists if you're willing to give it a shot, What's up, TF? Long time no see. Doing a live stream soon, eh? TF here also has a live stream that he does, where he does art, and it's fantastic. So definitely go over to his channel when he goes live sometimes and check him out. Subscribe to him. Yeah, so that's part of it. Is that that's why I like this idea of creating this Bible story, but in maybe a future. What just happened? In a futuristic perspective, is because I don't think anyone's really done that. They've all tried to recreate the Bible in the old school way, and they've done it. Some of them are okay, you know. I don't really fancy the amount of effort put into it, but then it's a religious thing, and no one really cares about that. But if I put it in the future, then it breaks the whole religion thing. Um, so Chuck, you just want to make a comic just for you and have it bring it to paper, and it makes sense. If it makes sense, yeah. Then hey, then that's cool. That's what we're doing. You know, we're just doing it for ourselves. One of the best things about, I think, being an artist is that we get to create a world that no one gets to judge it, no matter what. Like they can have input on it for sure, but they can't really say definitely whether it's good or bad as long as we like it. You know, as long as the artist enjoys what he or she created. So if you have an idea of some characters and stuff and you're just having a hard time putting it on paper, we can find out why it's hard. Is that because, you know, it's difficult for you to have confidence in your art, or maybe you don't have the skills to actually put what you see on what you're imagining onto paper, or, you know, what it could possibly be, right? But we'll get you there. We'll do our best. I think this is fun. I like this this storytelling style of these prompts and stuff. Truth be told, this comic book here challenge, I started out as an actual cowboy. TF. Only Michael Jackson could. Yeah, drawing wild characters is the best. It's always fun to see how they develop. Actually, the first comic book was a cowboy who was on a ship and he was stealing an Indian, like a Native American, I mean, and or indigenous person of North America, and he was on a ship trying to get somewhere to trade him in, but then his ship gets sideswiped by a storm, and his ship is shipwrecked in India by this cave that the god Kali Ma is kind of like performing this kind of crazy ritual with all these servants and stuff, because the Kali Ma character has like 8 arms or something, or 10 arms, I don't know, a lot of arms with a whole bunch of stuff, and really scary looking. A necklace made of arms or heads of humans, and then a belt made of legs, something like that. So I was like, that would be cool. And then this demon and this cowboy have a shootout thing, but then the Indian Native American shoots a bow and arrow, straight through the Kali Ma character, and it's kind of like, Indian versus Indian in a sense. Indian characters, I mean. And then the cowboy's like, oh, wow, And then, of course, he kills the cowboy because he's like, you jerk. He took me away from North America. I thought it'd be fun, but then there was too much. One of the followers here on this channel, he mentioned that could be kind of offensive, and he didn't want me to get canceled. So I was like, oh, yeah, I guess I can see that. Don't want to offend anyone from India, that's for sure. Okay, so we got the demon drawn out. You're just ridiculous in draw. Aren't we all just ridiculous in draw? So here I can start inking, I guess. Let me get my pen out. So I'm using this brush pen this whole time. It's great. I really like it. Yeah, I like this more than the Micron brush pen, that's for sure. Don't know how to make them into characters. Well, they need a reason to exist, you know, if you have a character. So if you can design somebody who looks cool, then you can start building out a story for them, right? That you enjoy. What kind of, and usually people do that through like describing what they want the character to be like, you know, their personality or um, kind of like my kid, my boy here. He doesn't really have a personality because I just jumped him straight into the machine suit that he has. But yeah, then you want to like put him in a scenario like, okay, well he has to, what's with my video? Is my sorry guys, my live stream is all jacked up today. Yeah, it's good, Chuck. If you go pick up some comic books, you know, go ask the comic book people what they would recommend. There's a comic book we were talking about yesterday. Something's killing the children. Something is killing the children. Yeah. This book here. It's a really good comic book. It has a really good story development and character development, I think, for like a comic book novel thing. Scenes are real simplified. You know, they're not. It's really thin lined out. Lots of line work. It's good. I'd recommend to start off with something. If you, I mean, it depends on what you like, though. You do you, but go to a comic book store, pick up something, have fun, explore, be brave, and then see, you know, how it kind of evolves. Mangas do a great job too, so you can always try them out as well. Oh, I forget what this kid's outfit looks like. Here it is. Hold on. I didn't design him on a. I designed him on the fly, so he doesn't really have. I don't have him stuck in my head the way I should. When you design characters, you kind of want to build them out really well. I did not. I built him out like super fast and gotta utilize. Oh man, I did it. I did exactly what I didn't want to do. Oh well, nobody's gonna notice, except for you guys who are watching. But bringing him to life, you know, is kind of fun. I never had a kid character in any of my art really, and kind of bring him to life through this story. You know, you kind of get a feel of what kind of kid he is. He's brave, you know. He's you know, he cares for a cow, so he's got a good heart, I guess. He's a good kid, and then he's like listens to his dad to go get the cow back. So you can kind of get a vibe of like what kind of he's developed on his own. I didn't really, just because I had to put him in these scenarios, he's developed on his own. So that's cool. Never really had that for my characters. I usually flush them out really well. And so this is a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this because we only did this for 1 month and I have 5 pages. Actually, I did this in the last 2 weeks, roughly. So in just a few days or 2 weeks, I have a little mini comic. That's kind of nice. Much nicer than I thought it was going to be. It's kind of cool to do it with everybody too. That's what's really neat, is to experience all this with a community of people who are doing something similar. There's a drawing comic posters, story on A2 size paper. Oh yeah, comic posters are very fun because you get to create one big scene, like an art piece in itself, you know. What do you usually do when you are not drawing comics? Um, Working, always working. That's all I do. I have I'm marketing my card game that I have with a partner of mine, and I'm working on editing videos, or I'm at work, working. I try to draw. Sometimes I'm playing video games. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I do play video games, here and there. So that's I do enjoy a good video game. But it's like a stress reliever, and that's what it is. For me, I get off of work and my body hurts and I'm like exhausted, so I go straight to playing Call of Duty or something, beating those guys, and then getting mad at the game, tossing my controller, and then going back to drawing. That's kind of like what I do, yeah. I like to cook too, though. I do a lot of cooking these days. Today I made a really nice curry chicken and rice, going all Indian. Just felt the need to do it. Tasted great, but now I have to get off this live stream in like 30 minutes and shower. And you play Call of Duty. Is it successful? Are you good at it? Do you get a lot of it, Yeah, games these days that I'm not really happy with. I feel like I don't play them. There's none that really interest me. There is a game that I want to start playing though. It's like Ghost of some kind of like samurai game. Apparently, it was always on like PlayStation or something like that, and but it just came out to PC, which I have a PC. I don't have any consoles anymore, so. Yeah, Ink Pirate. That's roughly what it is. You go to work, pay rent, and then when side hustle, try to make art and see if anybody even likes it to buy it. That's what it is. Some of my work on my earlier videos, I did murals and stuff. I was doing murals here in LA, and I do all types of art because I kind of train myself to do it all, so that way I can have the most maximum like client work, right? So I've done 3D art, I've done oil paintings for people, and then pretty much everything you can think of I've done it, except for watercolor, really. Except for recently I just did one and I was like, golly, I respect watercolors a lot more. But I do all that just to make ends meet, hustle, like he said, like Ink Pirate said. It's I like learning too. I like learning different stuff and figuring out what I'm capable of doing. But comic book stuff is fun because it's something I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to create a comic book that was of value to myself and to others. You know, people found that was like really cool. That's why I want to do this Bible comic, because the Bible is a very controversial thing that, you know, I've studied the thing backwards and forwards my whole life due to my upbringing, right? And a lot of it is gory and violent and gruesome and extremely cool. But, you know, they never, in church, they never let me draw it because they're like, this is demonic or something. I'm like, well, they're freaking demons in the Bible, right? And let me draw this crap. But as a kid, I wasn't allowed to. So never thought about doing it again until now, much, much older. And I stopped doing film work. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go back. I'm going to retract to my childhood dreams. And so that's what started this whole channel. I just started this channel, really going at this channel this year, starting of 2024. So we're 6 months in now, and we're at 100 videos almost. Live streams, of course. So it's much easier to put out a live stream than it is to edit a video. But I have to edit a video because the whole goal is, like the hustle, is to create an income stream that allows me to do this full time so I don't have to work all these small jobs. And I don't want to get a corporate job again, because if anyone's ever had a corporate job, you know how much time you don't have in life to do art. So that's why I haven't been going for that. So I used to do that, like not corporate, but like working for corporate organizations, doing some design work and whatever, you know, camera work and videos. What's up, Art Shack? Welcome. But most of my career days of working is in film. I do a lot of that's why you don't see me having much art stuff out there or been doing this YouTube thing for a while, is because I was too busy doing film work that I create personal videos on here. All my commercial work is, well, I don't have rights to it to show it like this, so can't really show it. But I got tired of doing video work. It just got really, really exhausting. I want to be a pen and paper. Yeah, actually, I've done a lot of storyboards. Yeah, I've done a lot of storyboards. Too many. None for any major films, though. I wish I was able to do one for major. There's usually short films or personal films and stuff like that. I wonder where my other storyboard book is at. If I find it, I'll show it to you guys. One day I did this one Korean bow and arrow short film storyboard. It looked really great. I liked it. Never made the film though, which that's what's sad. Storyboards are fun because you can really develop a story through it, you know. You can fine tune your writing and all this other stuff just by creating a good storyboard. Don't worry. My spelling correct sucks too. Oh, that's cool. Was it a good movie? Did it turn out good? They threw the money away. What? I made a story about a bunch of robbers who got caught in a house. The girl with a gun made them do house chores. At the end, she paid them, but they threw the money away because they only want big bucks. That's cool. Turn that into a comic. That'd be fun. Okay, I gotta draw this part here. Let's see. I should draw these wires. Oh, you were acting as the robber. Well, that's cool. Oh, well, welcome from South Africa. That's cool. I got some friends from South Africa. The biggest pen and ink drawing I've ever made. Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. It's probably this one that I showed yesterday. This indigenous piece. I think I showed y'all yesterday or the day before. That's the biggest one. Well, I don't know. Actually, I don't know. Did I do bigger? Oh, my battery just died. Darn it. Sorry for the camera work. It should be back on now. Let's see. There it goes. Here's my camera. Sorry. Whoops. Darn, I thought I had enough battery. I guess I didn't change it. I thought I changed it. So the biggest So you have done. Oh, let me finish the other topic. The biggest ink drawing was that I showed this one every time. It's just right. It's actually just because it's close to my computer. This one here is the biggest. It is on a 11 by 18, I think. Scale to hand. You can see my hand. Bigger than an A4, but anyways, yeah, that's probably the biggest one that's fully flushed out. The comic one I'm making is pretty large, I think. The Batman and Spider-Man one. Let's see how big that one is. Let's see. That's about the same size as the other one. This one's pretty good size. Yeah, I still haven't worked on it all week. I need to get going with it. Oh well, in time. When I have time, which I don't have any time. I've done camera work for just all kinds of businesses and nothing for any major studios. Have I done any studio work? I've done music videos and stuff like that for people and for convention events and done work for Samsung. I used to film for. Why is my battery dead? Why does it say my battery's dead? Guys, I don't know what's happening with my live stream today. It's all over the place. Oh, for some reason my live stream jumped back to when my camera died. Weird. Used to do camera work for Samsung. Used to be their international content creator for video. Then I worked for film competition stuff, and then travel videos, and then side gigs filming sports event stuff and all kinds of crap. Done so much I don't even know what I've done. Sometimes I do little small documentary stuff too. Right now I'm working for a production company. We are creating a documentary about the Indigenous in Canada, about how they've been mistreated by the Canadian government and religious organization stuff, and how they've been just cheated out of a lot, and it scopes over to American stuff, but we're working on the Canadian because one of the producers of it she is a Indigenous singer, a famous Indigenous musician, singer, and she's kind of, in a sense, sponsoring, but we're trying to expand out and make it a little bit larger. But yeah. Thank you, Ink Pirate. Appreciate it. Frozzy. Yeah, the camera is rebelling against me today. Everything's going against what I'm trying to get done. Just want to draw, man. I've got about 10 more minutes and I have to go. So today's kind of short. I'm sorry, but tomorrow I have to go on at nighttime because I work in the morning. So you guys might not be able to catch me then, some of y'all. So this detective jazz music going on. It does look like I'm doing a fruit basket. I used to love playing Final Fantasy a lot because it didn't have so much stress involved with it. You're just kind of following these character stories, a lot of cinematic stuff, a lot less like battling people and having to compete against other players. It's kind of nice. Kind of nice, I say. The first Crow replayed out? No, I wasn't. But when the new Crow comes out, I'll definitely be seeing that in theater since, I get to see it for free now. It's kind of great. Yeah, Final Fantasy music was epic. Really didn't compete. See if I can finish at least a little bit of this character's body. Maybe I have a name for this guy. Okay. Doing pretty good. Making some moves. There we go. It worked out. Kid's crawling. He's bleeding. He's got some cuts on his face. He's giving it his all, though. He will. Don't really know why he's trying to grab the horn. It wouldn't really help him. Maybe he's just like emotional and just reaching for anything, a way out. But either way, kid has something up his sleeve. Maybe he's tricking the demon to think that the kid, he needs that horn or something. Because in the next panel, he turns around and blasts the demon to oblivion. Let's just cover all that up. Okay. I should have him saying something, but I don't really know what. Not too bad, not too bad. Sorry, I got quiet there for a second there, guys. All right, let's end this. I know it was a quick one today, but I've got work to do. Tomorrow I'll be on at 9 o'clock at night on Pacific time, which for you guys is probably 6 in the morning on the other side of the planet. I mean, then again, you know, the planet's flat, the Earth is flat, so I don't know how time works anymore. Which is crazy that's an actual thing that people think. Blows my mind. Anyways, hold on, before I finish, it's always important to put out a shadow just because it's gotta live in a space, 3-dimensional space, you know? There we go. Much better. Whew. It's 9 p.m. for me. Right now it's 3:43. So 5 hours from now, you know, whatever time it is right now for you, 5 hours from now is when I would be going on tomorrow. So I do apologize if you can't make it. Oh, dang, 1 a.m. Ugh. Well, I apologize. That's just the amount of time I have, though. If I can go on earlier, I will. I'll try to go on at 8 maybe, if I can. Save you an hour, but I can't promise it. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate all y'all, you know, chiming in and watching the video. But yeah, next time, hey, grab some paper and pencil and draw with me, you know, and that way when you're drawing, we can hash out any issues you come across or you want to talk about while you're drawing your piece as well. That's what the live stream's kind of for, is for us to do it together. And yeah, if you guys ever want to jump on live with me, show your pretty faces or your drawing on the screen, then just let me know. But yeah, cheers. And if you're a creative, go create, of course. And please like and subscribe. Follow me, follow our Discord. It's really great. And Instagram, all that other cool stuff. You can find cool stuff. Anyways, Frozzy, good luck drawing. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.